Hello, and we're back in the eBay room here. We actually got a different perspective this week. Usually the camera is the other way around and we're faced at the clothing rack, but I thought this week we'd do a little something different. I keep some inspirational stuff hung up on the walls in my eBay room, so kind of keeps it going sometimes when sales aren't as good or, you get tired, worn out, and wonder why you're doing what you're doing type thing. But we've got some sales this week as of right now when we're doing the video. We got 22 things sold. The holiday coming up on Monday. The post office is closed, so won't have no big stack until Tuesday on the picture I usually post on my Facebook page, on Instagram, that type of thing. But we're going to go over what's sold. A lot of just basic, what I would call eBay 101. If people who sell constantly, that's kind of the stuff they'd sell. But it still gives you a great idea of the stuff that sells. So dive into that. I got a little subject for you. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of how to handle things sometimes when, sometimes touchy matters. I'm going to go in and call it touchy matters, but you'll understand once I get into the topic. But let's go ahead and go through a few things for what sold. Got this USA Nike hat. It's 2012 Nike hat, but really nice, brand new, almost looking. Paid $1 for it. Sold it for $17.99 shipped. As always with hats, I ship them in a box, the 8x6x4 box. So this will go in a box, but I love selling hats. That's one of my favorite things to sell. And they're easy to store, like I said before. I got them in a big old long tub that slides under my bed. So when one sells, I just slide it out, pull it out, and go from there. Sometimes something that's controversial, people selling on eBay. Some people don't like it, that type of thing. But I sold a Bible. It's ultra thin, but it's still big print. Bible I picked up for $1. It has the things where it tells the different books of the Bible. Sold for $15.99 free shipping. So that's not a lot of profit, but it's sold quick. So, I sell a Bible every once in a while. It's not a big deal. I don't usually pick up a lot of them. So, when they sell, that's great. As always, clothing sales. This is a Brooks Brothers. It's a medium slim fit. Usually medium don't really sell that well, but slim fit items seem to pick up very well. But this is really nice. It's the blue and it's gold. Picked this up for like $2. Sold for $16.44 shipped. You notice right now, almost everything's $8 to $10 profit. We'll get into a couple here in a minute, though, that's better profit. Bought these ink. This will be definitely a better profit. Paid $0.25 a piece for these things. So I got 75 cents into this. Got $34 free shipping. It's like 33 something, but right at $34 free shipping. So that was a good sale. These were ink. I see them $0.25 a piece. I started looking on the bottom for the date that they expired. But even expired ink can sell. But this had the 2023 date on it, so I knew it was current stuff. So 25 cents a piece, I knew I couldn't lose. I had bad signal where I was, so I just went ahead and picked them up. But 75 cents, I knew I wouldn't lose. And it was good. It was $34. Around me, like I said before, there's 2 college towns, so a lot of college stuff, even from transfer students and stuff like this. This is Iowa State. Where is it? Iowa State. Jacket, lightweight jacket. It's vented. Now, this was a women's jacket. I always say I don't sell women's stuff, and then every week I come here on a video where I sell a woman's piece of clothing. So take that for what it is, but women's. $21.99 free shipping. This was a Goodwill pickup, so, back again, $8-10 pickup. Sold a pair of Carhartt jeans. These were brand new with tags. They're 42 30s. Good size for selling. Carhartt's a good brand. I did pay, I think, $7 for these at the Goodwill, but $34.99 free shipping. So another $10-15 items. You're going to see that as kind of a revealing theme. Sold this pink, a very pot pink. North Face zip up jacket, small, very pink. Sold Sold it for $25.99 free shipping. This is actually going real local to me, so that's great as far as that's concerned. A couple videos ago, I wore this Patagonia hat. It sold. The guy, I think I had it listed for about $22. Guy messaged me and said, would I take 18? So I took 18. So got that given to me from my aunt. Sourced it. My great aunt sourced it, and she gave it to me. She knows I look for stuff like this, so I appreciate it. Sometimes it helps when people know that you source. Got this. Of course, these are always gold, guys. You know, how good do they go? Got this at a yard sale Saturday for $3. Sold for $56.99. Group California bought it. There's 2 or 3 different groups that buy these, or they bought them off me. One's out in California. I think I got one in Indiana or something. I've even got one down in North Carolina that's bought from me before. But different groups buy them, and I think they either sell them back on Amazon or somewhere else, or to some school group. It used to be the California bunch sold to some school group. I don't care who they sell them to. I know they make some money, but I made my money, $3 into $56. I do have to pay for shipping, so probably still about a $40 profit at the end of the day. So, and it was quick. Love the easy money on how quick those calculators sold. Listed it about 3 or 4 hours later, it sold. Another manual went out the door. I think 1888 for this one. A little bit better because it's a Beetle and Gaia type of guide. So it sold better. A little bit better than some guides sell. People that restore bugs and all that probably need the information. Got this at my little $2 honey hole. Knew it was good when I picked it up. This is Peter Millar Southern Comfort. Summer Comfort, not Southern Comfort. Summer Comfort. It's got a brand new with tags on it. This thing probably when it was new was $70 or $80. It was for a golf event. The Ryder's Cup was when it was in Scotland. So it was a shirt for that, but it's brand new with tags. Like I said, this was a $70 or $80 shirt. Got it for $2. Sold it for $33.77. So free shipping, but you know, that's just really good profit on that. That's more like the $20 to $25 profit, more that I really like to make. Got another place where I kind of pick up some dollar clothes. And that's the thing too, you know, if Goodwill's going to go up on their prices or if this store's going to go up there, you got to find different places to source. This is an Eddie Bauer flannel shirt. Long sleeve, tall. Like I say, paid $1. This thing looks like new. I can't tell you how good this thing looks. But paid $1. It got $22 free shipping. It's not super heavy for a flannel. It's nice though. I think somebody will really enjoy that. You notice what's selling today. It's kind of jackets, flannels, long sleeve stuff. That's kind of the stuff that moved. Tell you what, we'll take a break for a minute from some of the solds. Talk about the subject, and then we'll come finish up with a couple more solds at the end. My subject today kind of came to me. Somebody asked me a question the other day about, they was asking about an R2-D2, coin operator thing and a autograph of a Peyton Manning autograph, I think it was. They asked me what was the value. And I kind of gave them my idea of what the value was. And the thing was, you know, they were kind of disappointed in the value. And that's kind of one of the things here with reselling. Sometimes you kind of got to hurt somebody. You don't mean to hurt somebody's feelings necessarily. But if they ask you for your real opinion on what a value is, you know, you got to be honest with them. You got to shoot them straight. And, you know, it is what it is. Even if, like, somebody's trying to buy something, you know, wants to sell something to me. I let them know up front, hey, you know, okay, I'm buying it so I can resell it. So, you know, I would love to pay $100 for everything. I love to get big amounts. That way I get a big amount too. You know, I like to win-win for everybody, but not everything comes out where you can give somebody else a big price or something. It just don't work that way. And it's sometimes interesting. You go to these estate sales, And they'll have the most unusual stuff, the stuff that Norman Rockwell collector's plates. They'll have big prices on them, and they're not worth anything, folks. I hate to hurt your feelings. They're just not worth a whole lot. So, it's actually probably the stuff that some people would have thrown away that actually has the most value. If you watch this channel long enough, you'll see stuff that like, really, that has value? Yeah, because a lot of people threw them away, or there's just not a lot of them exist. Unfortunately, every Norman Rockwell plate that was produced probably still about exists, except for a handful full that has been probably thrown away. They just don't hold a lot of value. Unfortunately, they charged people a lot of money back in the day, and people thought they were collectible, but they're not. Unfortunately, I've learned that lesson myself. I used to buy baseball cards back in the day in the late 80s. And they printed the heck out of those things. And they're just not worth a whole lot. Even today, 30, 40 years later, a lot of those late 80s baseball cards just aren't worth a lot. I wish they were. I would have been sitting on a gold mine at times, but they just, everybody was into collecting. Everybody thought everybody's going to be rich, and nobody ended up rich. A lot of people ended up losing a lot of money. I guess the only people that ended up rich was Topps, Donruss, and Fleer, because they just printed them out. They're worse than the government on printing out money, They printed out all those cards, and the value just went, whoo. Anyway, that's kind of the topic. But also, what I wanted to say is when you do the estate sales, because I if you listen to this channel long enough, one thing I always will push that I always love going to, and I would highly recommend you going to, because you'll find stuff too. Even if I was there, you would still find stuff, is going to family-run estate sales. They're great for finding stuff, and you can just always buy stuff, and it's always cheap. They always want to get rid of the stuff. That calculator was at a family-run estate sale, and they were just looking. She told me, I talked to her, the woman that was running it, and she said, look, it was me and my 5 siblings. We were down here last week. The weather was bad. If you watched last week's video, I talked about we had a storm coming through. She said the weather was bad, but my 5 siblings was here. We went through the stuff we wanted, and what was left is just this stuff. So they don't want this stuff, and they just want it gone. And they was even talking about wanting to sell the house. So, and I told them they'd still have an easy time selling the house, by all means. With the hot real estate market, especially for a small house like that, it's still hot. So I don't think they'll have any problem selling the house. But I guess the best thing I wanted to really talk about is when you do go to these family-run estate sales, just do remember this belonged to somebody's mom, somebody's dad, somebody's brother. And, even though it looks like something that don't mean a lot to you, it may mean a lot to them. So just be cautious sometimes with stuff. I'll tell you a quick little story. And we'll go back to the end of what sold. I was in a family-run estate sale last year, and I walked around the house. I didn't see nothing. But always with family-run estate sales, I run a second time around, and I highly recommend when you ever do a family-run estate sale, always make a second lap around, because you just don't know what you may or may not see. It's worth the time spending the time. Went into a bedroom, and there was a dog sitting on a bed, and I didn't register at the time, but the dog was just sitting there, and it just sitting there. And so later on, I'm paying for what I bought. Didn't buy a whole lot, but I'm paying for what I bought. And I overheard the person that was running the estate sale saying that whoever owned that house, owned the belongings, they had gotten sick and went to the hospital and never come back. And the story is, when you start putting 2 to 2 together, that dog was waiting on somebody that was never going to come home. And it's kind of hard when you start thinking about that. And I guess what I'm saying is, when you're in these situations, whether it be a yard sale or a family-run estate or something that's kind of connected to some people that aren't here with us anymore, just be careful how you do things, Let them dictate the prices. Don't run down the stuff, no matter what it is. Don't run it down. If it's too high, just set it down, be nice. You know, it ain't worth it ain't worth upsetting somebody over, you know? So just be careful how you do things, with family run estate sales. I think, you know, just try to be friendly, easy to get along with. Most time, like I said, they want to get rid of the stuff, so just go with the flow. And that's just kind of what I want to talk about. That was the topic. Just being careful when you're in those types of things. You can make a lot of money. You can find a lot of great stuff. You wouldn't believe the stuff I find sometimes at those places. But let's finish kind of the last couple what solds and go from there. There was a local dog kennel sale that they were having to raise funds for the animals. Got this along with a lot of other stuff for $1. It's a Wrangler's Dale Earnhardt edition type Western shirt. So this one actually had a couple little issues, so I sold it a little bit cheaper, but I did identify the issues, but still sold 17, 18 bucks. So still good money. As I said, some other stuff. It was kind of a flannel, hoodie, jackets. As you can see, all kinds of stuff. I did try to include some other stuff. But this is a Virginia Tech hoodie. Even though Virginia Tech ain't playing that good this year, stuff still sells. It's a large, I think. Let's see, large Virginia Tech Under Armour hoodie. Really clean, really nice. This is all embroidered. I think I got $29.99 free shipping. It's not going far, so the shipping won't kill me. I'll do it in a box since it's doing like that. But like I said, that's really all of what solds I'm going over today. Like I said, we got a total of 22. I think I went over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably about a dozen or so. Like I say, if you enjoy watching these videos, please put up a like, a subscribe, comment. If there's a video or a topic you'd like for me to cover, by all means, I'll cover it the best I can. If not, I'll refer to somebody, or, you know, I'm always willing to tell you about another YouTuber that can help you out further than I can. But like I said, I appreciate you watching. Have a great week.